so I've already applied my gloves after washing my hands, and I'm going to go ahead and take a towel and lay that on the clients and tuck it into their pants to kind of protect their clothing from any wax spills if there were any. You don't want to damage their clothes. Okay, then my first step is to cleanse the skin. So I'm going to take some cleanser and I'm going to fully cleanse the area that I am waxing. We want to get rid of any dirt, debris, excess oil. We do not want that getting in the way of our wax and getting into the pores. So I am fully cleansing the skin. Now once that is done, you can go ahead and put a barrier on the skin. It is always important to apply a barrier on the skin between the skin and the wax. Now I'm going to be using oil. So this is just a almond oil. I'm going to be applying the oil. Some people use powder as a barrier. Just make sure you follow your manufacturer's instructions. You can use either powder or oil. The thing is though, is you want to make sure if you do use oil to remove any excess, or the wax will just dissolve. I prefer oil just because of the fact that it is a little bit more soothing on the skin and it doesn't leave behind a lot of sticky residue from the wax when you use oil. And I've gotten a lot of feedback that it is very much more comfortable for the client. So I'm just removing the excess oil with a aesthetic wipe, a dry one. All right, so once the skin is fully prepped, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my wax. You know what, before that, I just want to make sure again, really all the excess oil is gone before I start. Now, when it comes to male back waxing, most of the time in the middle, the hair here is growing downwards. And then on both sides, it is growing inwards. So I'm always going to start with this middle part first, since this hair is growing down. So once this hair is removed, I can easily start coming inwards on both sides. So before I start, always to protect our client, I'm gonna make sure I test the wax on my wrist to make sure that it is not too hot and it feels fine. So I am applying the wax downward, making sure that it is thin. I'm using soft wax because this specific client's hair is not super thick or coarse, and I feel like it's going to capture more if I use the soft wax. So I've applied a strip growing downward and I'm going to remove opposite. So when I apply our strip, when I pull, I'm going to make sure I'm pulling parallel. And I'm always going to brace because our point is to trick the brain. When you pull the strips, the client's pain receptors are going off. But when we put our pressure down, their brain is going to be focusing on the pressure rather than the pain. So it's kind of tricking their brain